Hey guys, as you can see, little issue here. I know this says Screwy Tuesday, and today's Wednesday, but I've been doing my best to get this video out. So we'll keep the introduction short and sweet. It's Chuck, Outside Screwball. Thanks for stopping by my channel. So I got a little tooling build I'm going to show you, and then we had scale holder auditions. I don't know which one I'm going to put first. I got today to work on it, see if I can get something done. Okay, well, I'll tell you what happened. I gotta get off the air, right? I gotta shut the camera off. I'll be back. Well, the other day, someone mentioned that this company right here, Coursera, I guess is how you pronounce it, was giving, if you wrote in, they would send you a free insert. So I wrote in, and they did send me a free insert. It's a CNMG 432 PQCA 525. Well, I don't have a holder for it, so I decided to go ahead and make a holder for it. I've done it before, so what I have is the little fixture that I purchased, and I've showed some videos on it. And if you remember the last one, my buddy Chewy put the squirrel to it and got it all shiny. Well, the tool holder that they would build for this unit should have a side rake of -6 degrees and an inclination of -6 degrees. And then the tool bit itself, as it sits in here, sits at 95 degrees. So it's not 90 degrees, but it's over at 95. So I've drilled a hole there to go ahead and catch the point of the drill bit, and then I'll mill this down so it sits down on there, and then drill the hole. So so I've got this unit set right now at the -6 in both axes, and I've checked it with the little angle cube, which works out well. And then I didn't really worry about getting it perpendicular or parallel with the table. The pallets, putting it in there parallel, but I didn't really worry about the vise. So what I've done now is I've trammed the side of the fixture here so that it is 90 degrees to the table. And then what I'll end up doing is picking up that extra 5 degrees and moving it over. So we'll get things set up and do a little bit of milling there. Zoom in a little bit so you can see it. These are just some pieces of stock that I have to use as a spacer to lock it in there. So I think it's a real good sound setup, and we'll go ahead and see if we can't make a tool holder for this bit right there. I don't know if it's showing up or not, but there is a scribed line on here for the 5 degrees that I had set up over on the surface plate. Looking in the back of the camera, this looks blurry, so hopefully it's focusing. But anyway, so I've done some layouts, so it gives me some guidelines of what to mill to. Okay, so I just went through and found the edge on the face and on this side, and then set the DRO. You guys don't need to watch me locate edges, but just to run through the steps. So we do have these two surfaces located, and this is a 1/2 inch insert. Well, Mr. Bozo almost made the visit. Tended to remember this. You can kind of get a good look at it right here. Right now I have the 6 degrees in both directions, but I'm going to end up cutting it backwards. the 6 degrees negative means I have to set the tool up 6 degrees positive, which will create the negative geometry when I cut it. And I tend to remember this from the last time I did this, that I did it back asswards first. So going to have to reset the tool, go back through it again, and get it ready. So we'll bring you back when we get there. I hope this focuses, but now you can see the attitude change. So I will get the 6 degrees in both directions, cutting this tip off first. By cutting right here first, that'll be the lower side when it's set level. So almost roofed up, so just got to get it back online. It was a very simple move, since these axes just loosen the levers and just roll it the other way. So it was a simple move in that regard. But I'll have to relocate the edges and double check the 95-degree angle. Well, don't know if I just recorded or not, so we're going to do it again. So the way I'm catching my 95-degree line is I had set it up on the surface plate already. And so I have a scribe line there, and I've got a point in the mill, and I'm just dragging it and making sure that I'm parallel with my line that I had set up earlier. Changing the actual angles didn't change my 95-degree angle, so I'm good on that. So now it's just picking up the edges again, and can start to mill. Well, just for fun, I was setting up this little square, this little stair adjustable square, for 6 degrees, and I've got some angle plates here that there's a 5 and then a 1 for 6 degrees. But I thought it's been a while since I've done a stack block and a sign bar, so I thought I would just go through the exercise and double check that everything was true, and then went ahead and set up the little square off of that so I can check my part in the mill. So just a little exercise. Been a while, and tell you, there was you could smell wood burning here in the shop. My little brain was getting an exercise. Been a while. Also, I noticed a little Randy Richards in the shop back there. He's on the side of the toolbox. Hello to my buddy Randy. Well, I thought I'd show you. It's going good on the angle, but I mean the inclination and rake, but I think I went back asswards on the turn. I think I've got to move my part 10 degrees the other direction. I'm going to do a little correction and make a test, and then worst case just flip-flop the part over and go at it again. So other than that, it's fairly close. Well, hopefully it's in focus. Looks like it is. So as you can see, my angle is miscut back here for seating this insert. But I just wanted to show, I'm going to go ahead and mount the insert. I think I got an idea to fix that. But where I'm at right now is I need to position the hole for the hold down screw. So right now the insert is sitting on a pin, a gauge pin, and I've got the indicator against it, and what I'm going to do is move the mill towards me until the insert touches the back, and I get about a 1/2 thousandths preload on the insert right there. The insert now is, you can see when I press on it I'm getting nothing, but there's a load on it with the pin. So that gives me center of my hole. So now I can go ahead and set the DRO, and then go ahead and drill and tap for the hold down screw. All right, so we'll bring you back. That's my method of locating that hole. And the insert is also back in the, it's pushed all the way back into the hole also, the other direction. Well, I've got it attached. This is the only metric screw that I had that had a taper on it on the head, so it'll suck it in nice and tight. The as you saw, the power tap, the length of the starting flute was too much, but I did get it started. And then luckily I have a few extra these metric taps. They're a 5.8, I think is what it is. I can't read it now. I think it's a 5 with a 0.08. But anyway, went over the grinder and made myself a bottom tap, and then used the tap follower to start the tap, and then finished it by hand tapping it. So it's installed now, and my overhang on this side here is really good. The front is not. Right here you can see I'm actually pressing down on it. So what I'm going to do is pick up the front of this insert with an indicator, get the table running parallel, and then come in and then clean off this front here so that I have overhang here on the insert on the front. So we'll do that right now. And basically all I have to do is loosen this table on top here to pick up that angle. Well, this is my final pass. Just been whittling away at the front of that. You'll notice that there's a little ledge there at the bottom, and I'm doing that just to stay away from my table. I can go ahead and clean that off with the grinder afterwards. So now I got the end of the insert just overhanging the end of the tool holder. And I think there you can see that that flat right there. Let's see, don't stick your finger down in there while the mill's running. But you can see this right here. That's how much I had to take off. There was a 90-degree face on there. So now I can go ahead and I can just clean that off with the grinder and put a little bevel on the bottom. So before taking the tool out, I've gone ahead and set a dial indicator in the back. That way I can actually position the tool right back where it was. As I think I'm going to do a little more milling on it with my fix. We'll see. Well, this is without even fixing the slot here on the tool yet, but I can never wait for anything. So this is Monel. It's out of a pump shaft, and we'll do a 60 thousandths depth of cut. I'm going to let it run into the next piece, which is quite a step. And you can see the next cut, it was doing it without an issue. So, not bad for a free insert. Don't know if this camera will show it, but you can see on a little finish pass the nice surface finish it's leaving also. So my thought of fixing my gap here in the tool is to go ahead and weld a little bead in there to get my clearance back, and then go ahead and set it back up and then cut the correct angle so that I have pressure on both sides. It might be a little difficult now that I have this tapped already, so I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, to be honest with you. Maybe people have ideas. Either that or just remake the whole tool again. It wasn't really that hard if I get my setup correct. Here's a quick test of my insert holder. 40,000 steps to cut on Monel. test of my insert holder. 30,000 steps a cut on Monel. Working great. Well, I just did a facing pass and on another piece of Monel, and tools on center, and it's just working really well. So as much as I want to play with it, and I'm not happy with that gap, it works, and I think it's better to leave well enough alone rather than destroy it. So happy with the build, not happy with the beauty of it there, but had some fun. I got to use my multi-access tool that that Chewy did the squirrel for me on it after I cleaned it up, and I got a nice useful tool here. Well, just for fun, I thought I'd do a little measurement, and I did get the well, just a tad off the 5 degrees that I needed on the side of the tool bit there. And then, I think you can see right there, I got my 6 degrees in that direction. Sorry, I'm hand holding the camera here. And I got my 6 degrees in the other direction. You can see that it's parallel there. So happy with that. I changed out the hold down screw. I like that look better. Works perfect. The only thing that's killing me is that gap. I may have to attack it. Well, this is probably a mistake, but I'm going to go ahead and put the tool back into the fixture. I've got the dial indicator there so I can repeat where it was. I can steady my hand enough. There we go. So what I'm going to do is pick up this edge of the insert and get it parallel to the table or perpendicular to the table. Then I'll go ahead and pull the insert, and I'm going to put a weld on my gap, and then go ahead and come back in and clean up that weld so that I lose the gap. Or I'm going to be rebuilding a tool. We'll see. It's just been trying to walk away from it, and I can't. It's just bugging the heck out of me. We'll continue on. So I've got the indicator set up there. You can see the movement of the needle, so I've got to get this guy running true now. So looking at it from an eyeball, it looks pretty good there. Let's see. Wow, what an eyeball. Couldn't do that again if I tried. All right, there's the load on it. Oh, what an eye. I'm going to live with that. It moved a little, but still running true. Okay, well, lucky there. Let's see if I'm lucky with a weld. Well, let's see, where is it? I don't know if it'll focus there, but so right now the tool is touching right here. The insert is touching the tool. So that's my 0 point that I can come back. As long as I don't build up a weld there, I can locate that point and then go ahead and clean up the edge so that I'm parallel. So you can see this tool's a trapezoid, and that's what caught me. I ended up making a 90-degree cut off of this back piece, and that's where I goofed up. Just didn't catch that it was a trapezoid. It's going a little too fast. So we will see. Well, just had to show you. It's so pretty. It's so pretty right now. So I did put a little red pencil mark there on the front that shows me how far I've got to build out the weld. Well, it was pretty before I started. Well, I could have got a bigger drop of bird dew on there, I think. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, we'll let it cool, and then we will go get it back in the mill. Let's see, I'll move the camera. Let's see, I'll stop. Well, there it is. Gotta tell you, I got a little nervous there. Still learning my TIG welding, but would have been nice to build out a little more there, but I've got enough room to clean that up if I have to. And I got a good adhesion there, so, and I stayed away from my threads, and I stayed away from the little tip there that I got to use for reference. So we'll see how it cleans up. So just a quick shot here. So I took it over the surface grinder, just cleaned off the top of the weld and a little bit on the side here. So we'll get it set up in the mill and see if we got a correct angle. Well, here's a little update. I was just cleaning the face. I already cleaned up the land for the insert, and Mr. Bozo came in and got me. I was getting a little vibration on a 10/1000ths cut on the face of that, and my fixture loosened up, started to climb. Haven't pulled it out yet. Let's see if I can fix it. Arr. Well, hopefully this camera's focusing. But yeah, I guess I got maybe a B- on my fix. As you can see, I got the gap welded in. I just missed bringing my weld out right here on the tip by just about 1/8 of an inch. And then here you can see where it started climbing up in the in the mill on me, but I managed to fix that and salvage that, so I'm happy. I can call it quits now and put this tool to use. Worked out good. Guys, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Hey guys, wanted to show you this toolbox that I got from the past tool show the other day, and I think you'll enjoy everything I've got in here. It's really worked out well, and I'm really happy with being able to put my tools in here. And each of the drawers I've moved stuff over into there, and I'm really excited about it. I've got to find a place to hang it, and you know, wall space in my shop is really something to value, but we will find a place. And here's a little past shot from previous. Okay, we're back, and I'm gonna find a location for this drawer, and I will bring you back and show you the location that I'm gonna put this. Hope you enjoy. Okay, I got my first scale holder to bring in for the audition, and we'll get her set up in here. And yeah, sit over there on the chair if you could, please, for me.
Get your hands off my scale holders!
Well guys, some technical difficulties, and I got slapped, and here's why. I hope I got you guys. It's my prank for this April Fool's, and yeah, there's no scale holders from the strip club. Sorry. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I got you. I had fun making the video, and always thinking about everybody. And I want to give a shout out. That model there was my wife. She's more expensive than any scale model I could hire. But just for your guys' knowledge, April 4th coming up. Well, April 4th, 1970, we were juniors in high school. And I asked her to go steady with me, and we've been hanging with each other ever since. So thank you to my wife, and she puts up with my screwiness. But I hope you guys enjoyed the whole video, and thanks for stopping by. And we will see you next Tuesday, and I hope you're not too mad at my joke.